Summer 2017. It's been 20 years since Princess Diana's death, and Prince Harry is speaking about it for the first time in a documentary for the BBC.
When you're that young and something like that happens to you, I think it's lodged in your heart and your head, and it stays there for a very, very long time.
For nearly 2 decades, Harry says he held back his grief.
He didn't really deal with what life without her meant, I think, for a very long time. And then when he did finally confront it, it destabilised him and caused chaos for years.
I spent a long time in my life with my head buried in the sand, thinking, I don't want to be Prince Harry, I don't want this responsibility, I don't want this role. Look what's happened to my mother, why does this have to happen to me?
Harry even considered a drastic move.
Prince Harry got so low that he decided at one point that he might leave the royal family.
He's living this life that he's been born into, it's not his choice, and I think he felt at times very cross about that.
Did Diana's death affect Harry differently than William?
Harry was that much younger, and interestingly enough, he admitted for the first time to mental health issues. And you can't help but having a mental health issue in terms of having lost a parent, not being able to grieve in the same way as you or I might be able to do. He wasn't able to do that, so he bottled it all up inside him.
In 2017, Harry started opening up and shared his struggle as part of his Heads Together campaign with Prince William and Kate to end the stigma around mental health.
He never really talked about losing his mum at such a young age. I always thought to myself, what's the point of bringing up the past? It ain't going to change it, it ain't going to bring her back. And when you start thinking like that, it can be really damaging.
And Harry ultimately chooses a future he hopes would make his mother proud.
I felt an overwhelming connection to many of the children I met.
Something he shared with the BBC.
Now all I want to do is try and fill the holes that my mother has left, and that's what it's about for us, is trying to make a difference, and in making a difference, making her proud.
He spends much of his time working on the charity he created for the children he met in Lesotho, Africa.
You look at Harry's work with HIV and AIDS, that was something that his mother, as Harry said, smashed through the stigma of that when she was alive.
And he founded the Invictus Games, an Olympic-style competition that gives wounded veterans a chance to be defined by more than their injuries.
It's life-changing. It really is life-changing for them.
I think he has used his own experience of loss and sadness and bereavement to help these soldiers. And the bereavement doesn't just mean losing someone, it means losing yourself, I think, too.
He's embraced who he is. It took him a long time to get there, but he now fully understands that being Prince Harry, he can make people's lives better by putting his name to things. He's making a difference.
Through it all, Harry has endeared himself to the public, becoming one of the most popular members of the royal family.
Harry is incredibly likable, and he is incredibly genuine. What you see is what you get. He is so natural with people, much more, I think he's the most natural member of the family. He throws out the rule book.
As Harry helps carry the monarchy forward, he's doing things his own way, like marrying the woman he loves, not someone British royalty might expect.
Meghan and Harry love story is a terrific story. It has unlimited fairy tale appeal.
I heard you were amazing in Chicago.
She does what she feels comes naturally. And Harry is the most relaxed member of the royal family.
Do you see any scenario by which Harry and Meghan overshadow Kate and...
Oh, yes, I do. I mean, this is immediately was my first thought. This could be a problem, because Harry and Meghan are a very compelling couple. They're very charismatic and very relaxed and easy. The cameras will follow them.
Since their wedding and the birth of their son, the cameras have followed them. But it's been more controversy and scrutiny than fairy tale.
Well, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are setting up their own charitable organization and leaving the Royal Foundation.
The Sussexes are moving out of the palace they share with the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge in London. a decision that seems to have added to rumours of a rift.
Prince Harry says his wife has become one of the latest victims of a ruthless campaign by the tabloid press.
Harry and Meghan have filed lawsuits against multiple British media outlets.
I will not be bullied into playing a game that killed my mum.
In a documentary on ITV last fall, Harry and Meghan opened up in a way that is rarely seen from the royal family.
When I first met my now husband, my friends were really happy because I was so happy, but my British friends said to me, I'm sure he's great, but you shouldn't do it because the British tabloids will destroy your life. And I very naively, I'm American, we don't have that there. What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. I'm not in tabloids. I didn't get it. So it's been complicated.
Harry was asked about a potential rift between him and William.
Part of this role and part of this job and this family being under the pressure that it's under, inevitably, stuff happens. But look, we're brothers. We'll always be brothers.
After a turbulent year, Harry and Meghan shocked the world and their own family with the announcement that they would step back from the royal family.
This is seismic in this country. They plan to spend the new year becoming financially independent of the monarchy and split their time between England and North America.
This is a very public breakdown in the family.
After a crisis meeting with the Queen, the family is finding a way to give Harry and Meghan a more independent life. Quite possibly losing an amazing asset. Prince Harry's down-to-earth charm and natural ability to connect, because he and Meghan no longer want to live with the scrutiny and restrictions that come with their roles. The world waits to see how they will define themselves outside the monarchy.